It's not going to be about my looks. It's going to be about who wants it the most. And I want it the most.
First things first, welcome back to a new video group chat. We have some guests with us here today. We have the lovely
Tracy James.
the lovely
Die. What's up, group chat? I'm from Die Randoms. Die from Die Randoms.
So I'm gonna put their channels down here below while we're talking. You will see it. Make sure you click on it. Go to their channel, check out their content. You know, we all one big happy family over here. So we all spread the love. So today we bring to you what we call Boys Chat, where we come up with, you know, topics, discuss a couple of things amongst each other, and we just let the conversation flow. So I came up with a topic, just a few, just to get the conversation started.
Okay.
So what would be your ideal wedding?
Okay.
Who wanna go
I
first?
love that. You go first.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the proposal. Let's set the scene.
Okay.
So like if I'm living in Atlanta, have me meet you at Centennial Park at sunset and then propose to me there. Have a videographer. I need a videographer. And if you want some of my friends and family there, that can be the case, but like I shouldn't see them. Like they need to be far away and then the moment should happen and they watching from far. I don't want a big crowd around me. Okay. But I think like what's that thing called? The Ferris wheel?
Ferris wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Ferris wheel as a backdrop would be so like fire. And then give me a rooftop for my wedding. Colors, I like simple black and white. I feel like I definitely don't want anything dark, but I also don't want nothing bright either. So I think black and white classic would be my vibe.
Love that.
Now would you want...
Oh, and we have to have like a hookah station.
One thing about it...
Oh, that would be kind of tea though.
Yeah, we have to have after the wedding and before the reception, like a little waiting time frame. That when it's like setting up everything up. Cocktail hour. My cocktail hour has to be hookah there.
I'll be there.
I love that. I would be
So
there.
yeah, that's my wedding. Anything else specific?
Do you have so how many people, like, would it be intimate? Because, you know, some
Definitely
weddings are
intimate.
big, some are intimate, some are party, pretty much party.
Definitely intimate. That's if I have a wedding. I don't have to have a wedding. Like weddings are expensive.
I mean,
Like that money can go towards something else. So I would have a party though for sure. Something to celebrate the marriage. But I don't necessarily have to have a wedding. But if I have a wedding, rooftop is what I want for sure. So yeah, that's it. That's how my wedding would be. Simple, nothing extravagant because I want to save some coin. I don't want to, but I don't want to be. I don't. If I do a wedding, I don't want it to be cheap either. Like it has to.
Quality.
Yeah. That's me. What about you, Tracy?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we doing proposal and wedding?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
right.
So for me, I would love for my proposal to take place in Italy. Like that's where I want to vacation there. I want to be on the Amalfi Coast. I want him to propose to me on the boat. And we have like the guy playing the violin, like, but you know, like I want that. And it's just like, he just drops down on one knee and proposes to me with a Cartier ring, with the diamond encrusted in it. Like that's the ring that I want.
Okay.
And then after that, I would want to elope. I want a very intimate ceremony, maybe 50 guests. And I would want to do it probably in St. Bart's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Destination.
like on the beach. I want a beach wedding. I want a huge arch like this. I have some inspirations on Instagram. I'll send them to you if you want to insert it. But it's like this huge arch and it has like this glass walkway or runway or whatever you call it, aisle. And yeah, I want to get married on the beach. And I don't want to have a reception though. I just want to have a ceremony.
Really?
No reception, just my ceremony, and then me and my husband, we go out and we just go on vacation for like a week. Because I feel like the reception is where the money goes
Yeah,
to.
that's where the money goes.
Yeah, food,
Yeah.
people,
Food, DJ,
drink, over
Flowers.
Exactly.
everything. Hookah.
Right. So my reception would be leading up to my wedding. Like everybody comes on vacation and we hang out, we wine, we go, you know, party and stuff like that. And after the ceremony, that's it. And then me and my husband, we go out and we go on vacation for like a week.
So you're not feeding your 50 guests?
No.
Eat before you come.
Don't come hungry.
Eat before you come.
Right. Eat before you come. It's just gonna be a ceremony. That's it. I don't want a reception because I don't have like, my family is probably not going to travel for one.
Right.
So I don't expect for my family to be at my wedding.
You have to pay for it.
But my mom hates flying.
Okay.
So she probably, now that I think about that, that's so horrible my mom don't come to my wedding. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out some type of way.
She couldn't plan for that.
Yeah, so
sure.
that's how I want mine. So I don't want a reception now. It's my dream wedding, my dream engagement, and my dream wedding.
Now, as for me, the engagement, I don't know exactly how I want that to look. I feel like if my man know me well enough, he'll kind of know what I like. I do want it to be just me and you when you propose to me in the camera and like the photographer. I don't want people there with us having that moment. You can use my friends and family to see what I like, but I feel like that's the moment that should be shared between me and the person. Now, the wedding, I want to be a destination also.
Okay.
And then I want to do that first, and you know, intimate friends, family, and then when we come back, maybe a month or two later, or party or reception, we're gonna call it. I want that to be intimate too. I'm not a big party person. I have a very like small community of people. Everybody there to be nosy, so I want the people who's there for my relationship. If you heard me talk about this man when he pissed me off, or made me happy, then those are the people I want there, not Jane from Instagram that I saw at the club 2 weeks ago.
Random people,
just random people. Now I'm going to the second question. Do y'all want kids? Let me ask that first. Yes, just yes or no. Yes, just yes or no.
Maybe.
Okay. We're all gay, obviously. So would you want a gay child or I don't want to say thought daughter because I feel like it's singling it out. I'd rather have a gay son or a thought daughter. Which one and why? And why not the other one?
Okay.
You want me to go?
No, whoever want to go first.
I will go first. I would prefer to have a gay child, whether it be a gay son or a gay daughter, because you're born that way. I feel like being a thought, that's kind of like what you become, and like you kind of easily influence to be like a thought. So I would rather my child be born away than be like conditioned to be a whore or a thought. So I would do a gay child. I mean, because I'm gay, so I would know how to
address it.
Exactly.
Guidance, and you can usher in something we really.
Listen, times have changed, so like these gay kids, they have it easier in today's world.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Because it's like you will get counseled for bullying somebody gay now. So I feel like it'll be much easier. And then with a thought daughter or a thought son, like you gotta worry about baby, STDs, and all other kind. Exactly, all other kind of stuff.
No child should be on.
No. At all. Yeah. So that's my answer.
So so what I'm hung up on is the thought daughter thing. Yeah. Because what's the difference between like the daughter and the son?
That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, I don't want to single out, but when I saw it on Facebook, it was stigma.
There's a stigma behind.
Because no dad want their daughters to be out here getting ran through, and then no dad also
wants a gay child.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I feel like if I were to have a daughter, she wouldn't be a thought. I would hope that my parenting, but you just never know. I think I would rather deal with a gay child versus a thought daughter, because you can't control your hormones like that. But your gay child could come out being a thought too, though. So
yes,
But yeah, I think I don't want a gay child though. I would rather my child come out straight, simply because if I could redo life, I would rather be straight.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because life, like things are different now, but like growing up was not easy. Being gay, like I couldn't live my life like I wanted to. While everybody, like straight people, like growing up, they can live their life how they want to live their life. But I'm in the closet, I'm having to like be discreet about stuff. I can't talk freely about my feelings because I'm gay. So I would rather be straight. And that may be controversial, but it is what it is.
No, I don't think it's controversial. I respect the outlook on it. Because growing up, like I grew up in Mississippi, so moving to Atlanta is still different for me because I go outside, you can see a gay person here, there, everywhere, all kinds, wherever you want to see. Back home, you only had people you thought were gay, you really didn't know. You had your flamboyant 1 or 2 gay guys that were gays. That's all we had. So for me, like you say, I can relate to you can't really express yourself. You feel in a way you can't go tell your mama, I think I like boys. And then that's a whole, it becomes this whole thing. It's a lot. So I definitely get that part. For me, I would rather have a gay son or daughter because I feel like Tracy, I can guide them from experience. Being a hoe as a girl or a boy, like you said, you can raise them right all you want. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's kind of one of those things that I saw. I wonder what they think about that. Then the next one I had, and I feel very hard about this. Okay. I don't know if y'all on TikTok lately.
No.
You know who Ms.Shirley is? The little baby that be doing the little.
Yes.
The little baby that do what?
The little fan with the dance.
You know Ms.Shirley boots on the ground.
She's a little toddler.
You ain't never seen the little baby with boots on the ground?
Oh, the one that I saw it on Instagram. Something happened. Oh, she had OnlyFans or something like that.
So, who want to go first?
Oh,
let me ask this. Do you think? I think we all on the same page.
Yeah, because no.
Her mom is having her go on tour to do the dance, right? She's been on Jennifer Hudson's show.
Okay.
She's on tour right now. But the people who are coming to meet her buying tickets are grown men and women. They're picking her up, holding her. Like it's getting weird.
Yeah.
Do you think that's appropriate to have your little girl traveling the States, meeting grown men that's picking her up, hugging her, all because she's on a dance. And I think it started as something innocent, but it's taking like this on. They called the people on her. Was it defect? CPS on her. Turned her in because it's getting weird. So
What's
like,
weird about it?
there are grown men traveling 4 or 5. Like if I showed you, I had to find a video. Like they're touching a child.
Yeah.
Like
Touching her how?
The girl's like with 3 or 4.
I'm getting chills thinking about this because, like, when you grow up in the South, like, perversion and molestation and rape is a very serious thing. And you really have to protect children from stuff like that. Like, I feel like she's exploiting her child. It was cute. It was a cute video. She saw an opportunity. Oh, I can make money off of this. Like, oh, we're finna go on tour. Oh, people gonna buy tickets. Oh, yeah, I don't care. Y'all picking up for 2 seconds. But you have to understand, this is a child. Her mind is not fully developed. She don't know these people. Like, people can do weird stuff when they're picking up your child. And, like, even just being in the presence of an innocent little girl and you got grown people watching her throw her hip to the side and do these dances and grinding, and like, it's just a bit much for me. I would never agree with something like that. I get it, you know, times are hard. Everybody want to be viral, and it made sense for her, but I just think that the intention is just not good. Like, it's nothing is good coming from that besides them getting some money.
I think for me, if it was tailored towards like kids' birthday parties, and she's, you know, her little kids of her age group, maybe a little older, whatever, and if that's the environment,
yeah,
that's different. But because that's what I thought it was at first. I'm like, oh, they tripping. She's just going to see kids. But I started going down the rabbit hole on TikTok. There's grown buff men traveling 4 hours to meet a little girl. Like, he is. I gotta show the video. I really gotta show the video because when I saw that video,
I'm not familiar with it.
The video changed my mind because I thought like, oh, they tripping. I saw that video. I was like, this is kind of strange.
Very
he got
strange.
on TikTok. Oh, I've been waiting to meet you. It was like, you don't lie. Even for the women are on crazy stuff too. You don't know what you're gonna get. Like everybody, I think she should have left it towards the kids. She should not be getting picked up by every grown man or woman that she see. At the end of the day, she's still a child. I think greed took over. Just my opinion. And I wouldn't have my kid out there like that.
Never.
No matter how much I'm getting paid, I'm not exploiting my child like that.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with it, so I haven't seen any of her videos. The only thing I saw was the headline, like on a blog, that said that she had like an OnlyFans. So I thought she had an actual OnlyFans account. And
That's
then
what got my attention.
some male had called CPS on her, and the child got taken away.
They took the child?
I don't know.
They didn't take the
They
child.
didn't take the child.
I know they called.
But I think I saw something where a guy was like talking, saying that I was the one that called.
He did it, yeah.
So, but I'm not familiar with it, so I just saw that part and I just keep scrolling because I don't care.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't. I deal with this every day at work.
said, "Fuck
So
the
this
kids."
kind of stuff is I'm kind of probably a little bit desensitized.
Oh,
because,
that makes sense. That makes
So,
sense.
yeah, sorry. I'm not familiar with it. Like, seriously, if I'm, like, if a story like that, I don't bring work from home. So, like, I leave it there. So, when I see stuff like that outside of work, I kind of, like, don't even care to, like, indulge in it because I see enough of that. I see enough of it at work.
Get into some things, baby. Listen, let's shake the table a little bit.
What you got a question?
I mean, how you want to do this?
But you know, I don't care.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling my drink, and I feel like we should shake it up a little bit. So, what do I want to talk about tonight? What's your position as a gay man? Top, bottom, verse, side?
I have a story. Can I start from the story?
Sure.
So when I first realized I like men, I was a bottom. I feel like that's all I was approached by. I was approached by top, so I feel like that's what I had to be. And that's kind of what I went with. Then went to the military, did my due diligence. I did my ones and twos on the ones and twos, did a little experimenting, and I realized, like, you know, I like to get my rocks off too. I don't just want to get punched or plunged. It's not gonna hurt me for this.
I don't think so, no.
But no, seriously, I realized that I like both. Some people say, oh, you can't like both equally. I don't think I like it equally. I think depending on the person I'm talking to, whatever they bring out of me, I'm more so I can conform to the situation. If you want me to be that, I can be that. If I have to be the other, I can be. If I have to be both, I can be both. I don't really put myself in like, oh, this is what I want. That's all I'm doing. But I can say I cannot date a straight top. So I would consider myself a verse.
Okay.
I say versatile because if I'm single, I'm not bottoming. It's not happening. It's just not happening. Cause I feel like bottoming for me, just me personally, anytime I bottom and I've enjoyed it, it's because I was into the emotionally.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So a lot of time bottoming to me correlates to being emotionally involved with someone. Sometimes I wish I can just, do my ones and twos and not give a fuck or catch a feeling, or I wish I could do that. I used to, but now it's like the older I got, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And I be wanting to so bad. Cause some people you meet, you be like, shit, we have a good time, and I wish I could just discard you. But then it's like I don't open up that door, and you probably don't want what I want, and it just becomes this whole thing. But long story short, versatile, I'm single, relationship, verse.
Okay. Period.
You want me to go? So I start with a story too. So like when I first started off being gay, I felt like I was like probably verse. Like I feel like going into it, I feel like I was probably going to be verse. Like I do both. I feel like growing up in the South, you in a small town, you're going to be doing both things, right? And then when I started getting sexually active, I realized bottoming hurts. Like hurts. And so I found myself I was a top. I started off as a top, which is so weird for me to even think of. But like I started off as a top. Like I tried bottoming once and then I was like, yeah, that's not for me. And it came to a point where I would like try it and like I already knew it wasn't about to go down, but I would just try it so that they could feel like I attempted. But I was a top. I started off as a top. I was in college, I was a top. And then when I went into the military, I was a top still. And then when I came to Atlanta, I was like, because also, there's a stigma with being a bottom. So I also didn't want to be a bottom. I hate that. Like, I also didn't want to be a bottom. But I was like, you know what? I'm small, I'm little, I'm petite. Why the fuck I care about? I feel like the big guys, the big burly motherfuckers should be like, feeling like they don't want to be a bottom. But I'm like, I'm small, I'm cute. Let me just explore being a bottom. So I was verse for a little bit. And then now I consider myself a verse bottom side.
Okay.
Can you explain the side to the people? I mean, I know we know what it is. We had this conversation.
Yeah, what's the side?
A side is someone who likes to pleasure themselves and each other. Like it's everything but sex, pretty much. So like we doing everything else. Yeah, no, it's like no penetration. So I like those type of sessions where you're not really doing too much of the penetrating. So oral.
Some verse top side.
Yeah.
That's a lot of acronyms.
I'm a verse bottom side. I'm a BBS. What about you, Tracy?
Yeah.
Do you have a side attached to you as well?
Who?
Side. Do you give a little side vibe?
No, never. I am a bottom. I guess my story would be I grew up with all women. So I grew up in a very feminine household. So the dynamic I always seen was like man and woman. So throughout my whole childhood, teenage life, that's what I mimic. Like I'm the woman in the situation and my guy is the man in the situation. So I'm more so attracted to masculine, like aggressive tops. So I've topped before, and that was just like sporadic, like with a hookup when I felt like I wanted to, do that. But it's not something that I would say I would do all the time.
How many times have you done that?
I probably topped maybe in my whole life, probably about 4 times.
You enjoy it?
I mean, I think I was like curious more than enjoying it. Like I was like, let me just see, because I felt like I feel like I have a nice size penis. So I was like, I want to at least try it once in my life. And the few times that I did do it, like the first 2 times with my ex, he just was like, let's just spice it up a little bit. Let's do it. And then the other 2 times was recent. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. How recent?
Maybe like a few months ago.
Okay.
Because I was...
You topped 3 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in my I was in my era, which I'm trying to shift out of, being very promiscuous and just like hooking up randomly. So when you're on like dating apps, you kind of get to see certain stuff. And I was just attracted to this one body, and they so happened to be a verse bottom. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll try the bottom. And it got hard, and we did it. And yeah, so I did that. But I'm a bottom for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not verse. I'm not a side. I'm a bottom. I'm not giving you head, and that's it. If I give you head, we going all the way. You're not gonna give me head. I'm gonna touch me not bottom. That means don't treat me like a woman. And women don't have dicks or penises. So I feel like there's a woman trapped inside of me, but I'm not trans, and I don't want to be a woman. I enjoy being a man, but characteristics, I'm definitely a woman, and that's just my upbringing. Raised by my mom, my aunts. I grew up in a house with 3 sisters, so girl cousins my whole life. So that's kind of where that stemmed from. Yeah.
I like that take. So question.
Okay.
Growing up gay and kind of like I had a lot of women, sprinkle of us here throughout. For a while, I was the only boy for me. So like you, I grew up around a lot of women. I've always been a dancer. My whole family danced. Like I was young, hopping, throwing, like it was just a thing. But nobody, even the older men in the family, I was never judged for it. They never made me feel away. And I'll never forget this one time. My mom's friend, she had a daughter, and she actually turned to be a stud. But she, in front of her friends, you know, when you have your mama have friends stuff, y'all, they should make y'all be together for their birthday. And she was like, her mom was like, you know, dance, you know, I always dance. And then she was like, that's gay. And that was the first time that I felt ashamed of who I was. And ever since, from that moment, from high school, I just never danced again.
So high school?
So I was like, oh.
Ooh.
So.
Got chills.
Yeah. So.
Ooh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah, you see where I'm going. So I was like, so I say that to say, do y'all feel like you had a moment, well, I guess growing up, realizing that you're gay, that people were like judging you before you even knew what the fuck was going on?
I knew early.
I didn't really know. I didn't understand. I just knew I was me. I liked to dance. And my fault, I grew up around women. I mean, my mom had a man in the house. I've always done manly things, but I'm just who I am.
Right.
So I feel like I've always had to not had to, but I had this battle growing up. It was like, do I express myself? Do I put on a front? Do I not act like I don't like female music? And that was another thing for me. Like anybody, I used to get so scared. Dudes be like, let me see your iPod. I'm like, no.
I'll use my playlist.
All you gonna see on there was Nicki Minaj, Beyonce. I never had no rap songs. So I just feel like I've always been on edge, but now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But growing up, it was hard.
Y'all was in high school when Nicki Minaj was out. I ain't had no Nicki in high school. I was in the military in 2009. That's why I got you just Nicki actually.
I don't know if I'm getting drunk or if I'm really getting emotional.
I got emotional. You heard my voice.
I'm getting emotional right now.
Because that was a trick.
You know what's so crazy? Oh my God. People don't realize how emotionally damaging that is to a child to say something like that to an innocent child. And that's what goes back to the Ms.Shirley thing.
Yes.
Like, you're projecting this image on a child. Like, you don't realize how damaging that is. Allow children to be children. Just like with the Jada and Loyal situation.
That pissed me off so bad because let him. I feel like I was him.
Yes.
What they doing to him is what they did to me.
You know, and that's not even just coming from a gay person because this is a little boy. Like, he doesn't have a sexuality right now.
Exactly.
Like this is not something that you should be projecting on children. Allow your child to be a child. Love your child for who they are, and keep people away from your children that does not have the same moral and integrity and values that you have.
Yeah.
And stop saying stuff like that. Oh, that's gay. Or that's like, I hate that. I hate that so much because it just, like you said, it made you change who you are. Like, you never know. Dancing could have been your calling and shifted you into a whole nother atmosphere. But because someone preyed on that, it made you
fucked me up.
Go away.
That fucked me up so bad.
Yes, like and people don't realize how damaging stuff like that is. Like judging people and judging children, not allowing them to express themselves and explore who they are. Because you never know, that could have been a gift of yours to be a dancer.
I'm telling you, I used to sit there and watch. That's when they had like Beyonce behind the scenes videos. I used to learn the whole choreo to all the videos.
And that's a gift.
That's a gift like that.
Yes.
So it's like once that was said in front of like other kids and stuff, it was just like
it's embarrassing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like,
So I never had a moment where I feel like I knew I was gay early on. So I didn't have a moment where somebody else called me gay and I didn't know I was gay. Like I feel like, because I've had experiences since I was like as early as that I can remember, as early as 5. No, actually younger than that. Well, yeah, younger than that. Well, no, that was straight. It was like an older girl that was messing with me. So, but I was younger. But when my first gay experience, I was young. I was like 5 years old. So nobody clocked my teeth before I knew my teeth. But I couldn't live freely though. I couldn't live that life. Like I had to suppress those feelings. Like there was always times when people would call me gay, or like would say I walk with a switch, or I do hold my hand like this, broken wrist type thing, or sugar in your tank, stuff like that. It's just stuff I had to deal with growing up, but it was never a time when somebody like was like calling me gay and I didn't know I was gay.
Yeah, I had no idea. That was the first time I was like, what is that? You know, like I didn't.
Well, let me clarify. I knew I was gay from a little boy. So it's not about them clocking my teeth and me not knowing who I am. For me, it was just like, I know that you're using this as a weapon.
Yeah.
Saying that I'm gay. Like, you're using that to attack me. You're not saying like, oh, he's gay. Like, you're saying like, that's gay. Like, ew. You know, like disgusting.
She said that shit to get a Kiki and Choco. Years later, she stood.
Exactly. Ooh, pops bottle.
So yeah, I guess I'm trying to think. So yeah, growing up, there was definitely people that would call me gay. I remember I was so self-conscious on my walk. I'm still self-conscious on my walk. I try to I'm like when I'm walking somewhere and I know people could be watching me, I try to I try to
make your walk hyper-masculine.
Yeah, I try to not hyper-masculine, but I try to stiffen up and walk a little like. It don't be working, child. I still walk with or whatever, but
I love my wallpaper. I be throwing it.
It's definitely people that definitely weaponize. I remember one time, I'm gonna just give this example. One time, my mom's boyfriend, I was washing dishes in the kitchen, and I guess when I would pause, I had my wrist like this, and so I remember he was like, he told me, he yelled across from the living room to the kitchen and told me to put my hand down or whatever, but it didn't catch on to what I didn't catch on to what he was talking about. And then my mom was like, "What you talking about?" My mom said, "What you talking about?" And I remember when I caught on to him, I put my other hand up too, and still act like I didn't know what he was talking about. And he had got real mad, but that was the end of that. He didn't.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I feel like we've kind of all talked about like mom's boyfriends. How are you guys' relationships with your actual biological father?
I have a good relationship with my dad.
Okay.
He was, when I was growing up, so my mom and my dad was never together. I'm a product of a one-night stand.
Okay.
And so growing up, I remember when I first found out who my dad was, because it wasn't a thing. Like, I didn't know that a dad was missing in my life. But when I found out that my dad was not, like my little brother and sister's dad was not my dad, it was basically because other people knew that my dad was not their dad, but like in the neighborhood, but they would always say, "Oh, that's Chuck's son." Like, they would always say, I look just like my dad. And so the first time I met my dad, it was literally in the neighborhood. He was talking to my mom through the car, and my mom told him that I was in the back seat. So I remember him looking in the back seat, and he was like, "Oh, what's up, son?" And that's when I first met my dad, child.
But y'all have a good relationship.
Yeah.
That's good.
I came out to him, and he was cool with it.
I love that.
Let's see.
But my dad got a lot of kids. He got like 3 good kids. I'm the only gay guy, though.
Okay, what about for you?
So for me, I never met my dad. He passed before. He passed when my mom was pregnant.
Really?
So I never really got a chance to meet him. Only got pictures. Look exactly like him.
Really?
I think for a long time that kind of bothered me. I feel like it's just something that's just gonna always be there.
Yeah.
But I have an amazing stepdad.
Okay.
He's very supportive.
I love that.
When I say very supportive, like the first time I didn't really have to come out. One day I was just so in love, and I was like, FaceTime. We was on FaceTime later on the couch. I said, "Hey, this is da-da-da." They said, "Oh, finally!"
Finally, good to meet him.
Good to meet him. Then they was like, after with that conversation, and everything, he was like, "I don't care, who you like, girl, boy, catfish, dog. As long as they're respectful people and they respect what you got going on in you, then it's cool." But I call him for financial advice, friendship advice. I call him before I call my mom sometimes.
Oh, I love that.
So that's my dog.
Okay.
Like, he helped me. He got me into the military.
Okay.
So he was the one who pretty much, I feel like I would not be who I am today if he hadn't pushed me to go that way. Because I was definitely headed towards another way. So he kind of, I give him the credit for all of this, But we locked in for sure.
Well, shout out to him. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Let's cheers for your stepdad. Cheers.
Mhm.
I love that. I mean, sorry about your actual biological father. I can only imagine how heavy that is. But my relationship with my relationship with my dad, it's laughable, honestly, because it's so dysfunctional. You know, it's so dysfunctional. Growing up as a little boy, my dad was never around because he was in the military. So him and my mom were married for about 5 years. They had my second oldest sister, and he divorced my mom when she was pregnant with me to be with my youngest brother, who's now past mom. So my dad has always been the guy that has cared for other people's families and not his own, and kind of kept us at a distance. But when you're growing up as a kid, you're just so excited to see your dad and like, oh my God, my dad is here, like my real dad is here. And my stepdad growing up was horrible. He was very verbally abusive to my mom. He never physically hit my mom that I know of, but he was very, very verbally abusive. So I hated my dad so much for putting my mom in that situation. You know, he really broke my mom, and I feel like she was just so frail, and she just got with any old guy, you know, and I think he really messed my mom up for a long time. They was together for a long time, like, it's horrible. So I haven't forgiven my dad for that, and we talk like maybe once or twice a year, and now I'm to the point where I don't even talk to him because I feel like if we can't have a consistent relationship where you show up for me on a consistent basis, why are we talking? Like, you're just basically opening old wounds. Like, when you hit me, when you talk to me, we talk for like 2 minutes on the phone, and then we don't talk for months.
I think you brought it in one of your vlogs I was watching.
Yes,
About that.
yes.
I was like, I definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I talked about it on my blog about me and my relationship with my dad. So now I'm at a point where we just don't have a relationship. Like, if he reach out to me, I don't answer. If he texts me, I don't text back. I don't reach out to him. I love him. I wish him the best, but I don't want the back and forth. You know,
It's not healthy.
it's not. God damn, like, am I drunk or am I getting emotional? We just got deep, you guys. I feel like that is what is gonna help somebody.
Balance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Mine won't be deep. Mine's gonna be very lighthearted, so it's good balance.
We some deep.
A good balance. Like, if our viewers, what is the babes, the group chat, and the randoms, if everybody's watching all 3 of our videos, then you get a different vibe.
Absolutely.
Different videos.
Absolutely.
And so I appreciate this video.
Yeah.
These questions.
I just be picking on Die, y'all. That's all. I be wanting to open up. I be feeling like he be so closed off. But you know what? It is good to have that balance because that's really who you are as a person.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with that. Like, we
Sure.
are literally uniquely made. Like,
are.
you can't project or make somebody be something that they just simply are not. So, I'm an open book, baby. I tell it all. And
I'm semi-open. I feel like
I want to be more open.
I hope you guys really enjoyed this boys talk. We will have more of these coming from my channel, Dice and Tracy. So be sure to check those out. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe on all 3 channels. And we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.
You like it?
All right, first thing first, welcome back to a new video group chat. I have some lovely guests here today. We have...
I tried to swallow. Okay, let's do it over.
First things first, welcome back to a new video group chat. We are here. Okay.
Just let it flow.
Guess with us here. We have some, no, come on.
It's not gonna be about my looks. It's gonna be about who wants it the most. And I want it the most.